good on Alexi to have stepped up in that space. So let's see how tonight goes down. Again, both teams, it's already been a successful week here in Copenhagen. Everybody's going to Lisbon, nearly 20 degrees Celsius, just around the corner. Everybody's getting excited. I see shorts packed. And I see the apps walk up ready. Joining up on short side, we've got Xantera's, Woxic, and Madger. First shot, Ime kind of dropped it for a second, but is able to kill Jota without any impact in from the tees. They kind of second guess it, but he's not going to let them delay that time. Ime with a bit of bloodlust. Triple kill from him in the pistol. We get this gush back from Madger, but talk about taking the fight on your own terms.
Massive confidence moves.
When everybody paused for a second, he wasn't having any of that.
And because he delayed from the balcony, the flashes weren't useful. Like, they expired. Player cold stayed there, and they just couldn't get out. This running with the flashes as you cross default is one of the most important parts of the exec. But also, they knew Imma was going to be up in the halls. They just couldn't get rid of him.
They tried to, but definitely found better timing on him. And Ime serves up the last man to Wonderful. So nice convincing pistol round here for Navi. A CT pistol round in their back pocket.
Let's see if we can't ruin that today.
You can. It's definitely, you have the ability. To be honest, so does the Counter-Strike sometimes, but I don't anticipate that in this matchup. You know, we've gotten down to the best. Xanteres blindsides bit on his outer push around that balcony. The timing's good. Wonderful empty-handed. Forced by could suddenly upend the smiles on Navi's faces. 2 opening kills, nothing back the other way. Not to mention Ime's already so wounded, he doesn't feel like he's got a chance, and so Alexi's going to try to escort him in that M4 all the way over to B. A little pop out from the balcony, and Navi are no longer laughing.
Well, that'll help your mood for sure if you're Eternal Fire. That's awesome. And there's great fall through. I mean, the fact that Eternal Fire didn't lose a single player says it all.
Yeah, to hell with losing a player. They barely took damage on running out. More damage to the bomb on the other side of the map than they did from the defenders on that A site. But good for them. Somebody's celebrating. Oof, not Ime. Tries to peek out into arch side. Xantera's ready, and Xantera's has been one of the quieter pieces of the collective Eternal Fire success this week. And Eternal Fire will not waste a moment here. Just going to cut through that defense. Pretty easy.
Man, they're looking good. It's such a great shot. I mean, Ime just went to go on a scouting mission. It looked like he was going to shoulder peek. Might have committed to a spray, but Xanteres didn't give him time to leave or shoot back.
A little bit of pressure here on the forward spot. JL, he's still hanging on, supported by Ime. You love to see it. Teamwork keeps him alive. And then you get a bad nade out of Eternal Fire that would have banked off the wall and 100% killed JL, assuming it doesn't get caught up in the sandbags.
That's all that selfless gameplay out of Ime.
Does too, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right, when that
as soon as we
drop
grenades, yeah. Alexi's like, oh, this update's for me. Mac 10 charging forward with the bomb, gonna go down. Alexi thinking skinny as JL's measly points of health are indeed enough. Had that grenade found him earlier, then maybe there's a bit more of a chance for Woxic to clear out the entire site. He's got 5 extra seconds if he wants to try to plant bomb, but I mean, he knows he's probably doomed. He could try it. Body's gonna line up, and they'll just go charging at him for the second round here. Navi winning banana thanks to Ime saving the day, and then making sure they make the most of it by not losing sight.
Wonderful, wishing he had an op at this moment.
Right? We'll see how uncomfortable he ends up being when that short commitment comes out. We'll see the timing as well for the balcony in Jota's play.
Great flash.
Ime trying to get tricky with the position. Down to 40 health now. Bit still behind that wall. Wonderful gets popped instantly.
Oh, what a spray.
Xanteres. That is what you bank on.
That's 2 times now Bits died in pit from that range.
Okay.
What a spray.
I didn't bring up his lack of star performance earlier to kind of throw him under the bus. I just did it because it's nice to highlight that Eternal Fire are more than one man. But with shots like that, he could have been saving it for this matchup. To secure a semifinals off of the back of a heavy-handed Xanteres, I think maybe that's the plan.
Well, it is the feat of clay that makes the gold of the image precious. That's why we have to talk about the lows.
Yeah, man. Feet. Critical save for JL in the M4. Eternal Fire got that little buffer to work with, so we'll try to take it all down, and Alexi drops.
Ooh.
So completely bottoming out Navi
Annihilated.
in this case. Taking a look at the money here, everybody basically at $2,000, 4K at most for Alexi and JL. I mean, maybe it's recency bias, but to be fair, right? That 13-7 over the Mongols on Dust 2 was awesome to watch for Navi. So maybe they're hoping they can replicate that performance. Time will tell. Dust 2 an inevitability in the series. JL. Ooh, there he is. Back of Wicadia, and a pistol pops off. You've got emergency protocols here in place with Joda still up in the apartments. It's a little sketchy. Xantares grabs bomb, so at least, I suppose, for Eternal Fire, they haven't lost that. And he's trying to grab the AK, but Wonderful instead gets spammed out. So Joda's trying to be the savior here of round 8. But the guy who kicked it off for Navi in JL has repositioned this MP9 inside of the B site. 3 players coming at him right here, right now. Jumping Tech 9. Team kill, so be it. Joda putting in the heavy lifting, really making sure that this one doesn't get awkward. You could say 3 deaths for Eternal Fire is already awkward, but not as badly as if Bit can close out with this 1v2 without Kevlar. AK picked up. That's what Wonderful died trying to get. Still time for a defuse as well, but with no kit, at some point he's going to have to start to make noise, and I think that that time that plays against him decides this. It's a save call for Bit. It's a very costly one considering just pistols, but Eternal Fire, 6-2.
Yeah. A few times in this spot, they've actually gone A, and Navi aren't rotating the 3rd man over because they're worried about that. Eternal Fire making good time here.
Just going to try to pop on top of it.
Might go too deep to scare him. Let's see.
Oh,
that's
you'd love to see it if you're JL. Madger to call what's left from the sidelines. Caught in front of the smoke. Good re-aggression here from Alexi. T's still going to challenge. You've got one stuck behind new box. Ima is able to find the perfect angle through smoke. And Xantares down to a quarter, so despite the pressure that was about to be put on by Eternal Fire, Utility makes it a little bit awkward. And in doing so, Navi may have found a solution to holding this site. T's start to depart. They understand this one. Not going to go their way despite their best efforts. Smokes, Utilities, just really making that one very awkward to try and get out. And then the 2 defenders that are on site do a great job of picking the right fights at the right time.
Yeah, man. Obviously a little bit of luck there involved with just the smoke spams from both CT and the site. Both winners in my books.
Careful now. Yeah, not careful enough. Joda, a freebie offered over to Wonderful. Reaction is for Wicadia to instantly take over Arch.
That's a cool move.
He's got a fight queued up versus Alexi. If the IGL is not cautious, he's going to step into it.
Oh.
Joda, instant headshot.
Wicadia, yeah.
Excuse me. Joda, dead man up in apps.
This is JL. I mean, Con is the normal place to go. If no one's top banana, it's obviously a very scary moment for him.
Just a very quick change up to the round prior as opposed to going 5 strong from Banana. Wicadia not able to hang on to the map control he established. JL thinking about coming through here. You'd think a teammate would set him up with a flash, and you will find blind players, but not Xantares. Wonderful through smoke is able to line up the op shot, but now Woxic's going to take a similar angle and pop Bit's head.
He's fast now.
We go 2v2 with Xantares back on Church. And as that smoke comes back up, it's going to cool off the retake, as will the flash. You see how white both the CTs were. And now with bomb beyond the halfway point, Woxic with a more passive angle. Leans back and just waits. And when do they come? Now. Missed shot, baited out. You get Xantares to double back. And as he gets shredded out by Wonderful, it's pressure back sight. Missed shot, and he gets the kill while on the bomb. So can he?
Oh, he's so close. Gets the kill right in the place where the bomb is, but it's the correct decision for Woxic to play time. Clearly, that was the optimal thing to do.
I think, you know, in recent months, as we've watched Eternal Fire raise up the ranks, it's just also the fact that they've pulled out some really resilient wins. Like, how many games have you watched go to overtime or the 24th round, and it feels like all hope is lost, and then they just yank it in those final moments? You know, that's a great team building exercise, whether you want to go through it or not. Something we add to their repertoire. Alexi B, that's a nasty 5-7 kill. Flash comes out, you've got a player stuck grill. Can't quite connect on it, so he'll get stomped out by Wicadia. And that rotator who tried to set up Alexi smoked off entirely. Emet, though, finds the planter. Bomb couldn't go down fast enough, and Wonderful just finds Joda back sight. Now, this may have just slipped out of your hands. I say may have because there's the answer. You've got Wicadia looking for more as the last two jumble up on cross. Woxic comes in, takes the player off the back end, but Bit will make the difference.
Wow, this comes down to the utility from Alexi B. You've got a coffin smoke. Right, where smoke lasts longer than any other piece of utility, delays longer than any other piece of utility. He throws his own smoke into pool.
Got some quality gameplay between the teams tonight. JL,
Oh, not bad.
spins it around for the double kill. Cheeky reposition, and Alexi B here to make sure they can't steamroll into the B site despite JL's death. Eman next up. Gonna try to move over to the coffins. He's the guy who saved the round last time. Same peak, but now Xantares won't expose himself to the possibility. Seems like they've got their guard down for a second, but that's enough for Xantares to get back over towards Banana. Ooh, SMG now very low. Woxic 2 points of health, and he loses his teammates, so can't help but feel like this will be the Navi 5th. Almost spoke too soon. Woxic wins a duel with only 2 points of HP, but hey, there it is. Number 5 added to the board for Navi. 2 final rounds in this half, both collected. Enough for a collective sigh of relief. Bullets, first and foremost. JL gets popped. 4 points of health.
Yeah, if they break this trend of being Navi, oh, it'll be a lot to do with Xantares. Some of the kills he got in this game already.
That's so funny that he goes back to the site, says, yo, Madrid, give me your nade. Takes the frag off.
I know where a guy still is.
And dunks it. Can I borrow that real quick? Takes the IOU.
At least Alexi says, not me with all the utility.
Yeah, true. You know, that's still going to be the 2 smokes, Molotov, and a couple flashbangs. But they lose their singular A player, so now it comes down to the timing. Emet just somehow dodges all those Beretta shots. Good flash from Madger, finishes off Emet, and then peels away on 12 health. So they'll just go for their bomb plant money. Not a bad thing here for Navi. We'll see if they can hang on in a 4 versus 2 post plant. Smokes will allow for some sort of a reposition, and you're going to have a 1v1 between Wicadia and Wonderful. If you can pick that kill up, now suddenly they could turn back, because I think the banana smoke fades, yes sir, right now.
They need another smoke, and they don't have one.
CTs don't have a kit to play off of. Alexi B has kept a flashbang. He will throw that out. Madger has to get off the defuse. And again, no kit, so that long 10-second stick. Alexi firing at him, kills him. And now the time's just not really here. A 2v4 post plant.
Wow,
the fact that they go back into Banana, kill Wicadia, that just allows them to use what they still had. The tools for the job were perfect.
They had a couple of raw duels right there at the end that could have won them around. But the fact is, Navi got into a great spot for the fact that there was no kit and there was no smoke.
Pimp is actually Eternal Fire's mascot.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Oh, that's a shot.
Wow.
That was a little weird one. I wasn't actually sure if he got it because we kind of see him blind.
I think his hand fell off his mouse.
Yeah.
Like he flicked up a bit.
I would like a replay
out.
of that. It was very odd. That's kind of like when your PC hits, or your mouse hits the edge of your PC when you try to look upwards.
Flecha style.
You know, flicking up is a weird one in Counter-Strike.
It's very
It's not a
unnatural.
Not a direction we're used to going. Madger
No,
again,
not again.
right? It's the same 2 pieces, Madger and JL. Playing a game of chicken yet again.
Everyone tries to do the Nico, and JL bit last round.
Yes, he's got his back turned. Wicadia able to find Bit off guard. You've still got Joda to work with in sight, so it's not like there's this instant push forward here from Navi, but at 30 seconds, you know that A is the intended target. So not only Wicadia getting the kill up in the apps, but then a reposition to pit.
I would say they're going to be painfully aware of Wicadia here in the pit. 25 seconds, though, they got to get moving.
Joda made sound, didn't he? I swear I just heard that step onto the box, so on high alert, they'll clear his corner.
Oh.
Wicadia can't kill the push fast enough. Alexi up close. Oh, he's got a second, but he exposes himself to JL, who will work this 1v4 with 50 health, and at least the first of the 4 comes for free.
Well, Oh, that
smoke in
smoke is
front of the
rough.
library side. Definitely has a gap on it. He'll have to be careful as he crosses over. But could that also put them in a weird place where, no, okay, he wants to make sure it stays blocked off fully. Drops another smoke on top of it. Very committed position here up on Graveyard. They may be thinking he could be over in that pit. We'll see if he can catch even one off guard, but he misses the first chance. Xanterez takes him down, and with 3 players standing, Eternal Fire tie at 8.
They come back, man. That's a round they didn't have much coming into, so very nice here. Nicely done here from Eternal Fire.
The discrepancy in ranking between them is so narrow. You'd hope this match stays tight. Xanterez feels like he wants to go, but he needs a flash. Wild blind.
Doesn't matter.
Not as if he saw that player beforehand, and Wicadia with the double kill on the corner. They wanted a trade so bad that they end up just walking into their own deaths on the chase. And look at this. Called off already. Minute-long save.
It's an instant call. He's blind, he's blind, he's blind. Doesn't matter. There's a teammate behind them, Xanterez. If he doesn't get the first, the whole site gets toppled, but he does not get flustered by getting full flashed. Perfect spray, even with no vision.
He actually goes back for utility, so excuse me, Emez going to take a second chance at this. I thought this man was running for the hills, but Bit tried to seize an opportunity out A site. Now that he doesn't have somebody else to operate with, does Emez think he has any chance? It's a lonely walk back to spawn.
That's a brutal way to lose a round. When your util lands, you don't get the kill, and then you just lose 3 back to back.
I mean, like, sort of understandable if they go for the trade, because as far as the first player is concerned, all there is a blind Xanterez in the middle of the path. Next thing you know, you think you've got somebody caught awkwardly in the front of sight, and you've got Wicadia on the perfect corner, spraying accurately for that 2K mowdown. I have no doubt in that. They're going to try to emphasize some apartments play, and Woxic takes a nice little op angle. He's definitely supported. Down
99.
Insane. Single point of health keeps him standing. Bit tries to chase forward, but again, it wasn't just Woxic and then the pit player. You had still Wicadia over on Library. And at the start, Xanterez was here floating around as well. Emez not going to let this apartments approach go down empty-handed. The fact he catches Wicadia in the background's great. That low HP player tries to push in. Oh God, Madger, he's dropped this. And Alexi B's Tech 9 strikes down another. You've got 4 kills instantly.
Everything goes wrong.
Navi just applied pressure on 2 separate points, and we had a lot of pieces of Eternal Fire moving around in that A site. They felt uncomfortable for whatever reason, and they get mowed down for it.
They were acting like they had control, and after Woxic gets away with 1 HP and Joda gets a trade from Pit, I can understand why. They think that this is a round they're going to win back-to-back off of that.
Oh, Wicadia spotted. They're going to jump on him. Emez been content.
They're just taking damage, though. Ooh. Oh, what? A collat headshot.
How? Did Jail... What? Oof. Tough one for Wonderful. Here comes Wicadia, sensing an opening here. He is absolutely right about this threat. Bit is not checking his back whatsoever. Sitting duck as he tries to throw utility over top. Madger behind the pillar, able to hold on. For somebody who had been struggling, that is a critical kill. He waits for the flash to come over. A chance at another one. Dries up. Joda through smoke with the double. And Eternal Fire gonna go tit for tat. Back and forth. This lead exchanges hands.
And that's why you got to wait for your opportunity, even though Madger gets this 1 kill in this position, delays for the flash, gets involved. It delays long enough, and that 1 frag is enough to set up Jota. Here's the kill. Okay. I think for the amount that Jail trolls Wonderful in real life too. Like, even when they were in the bathroom. What? No way. Ooh. Oh.
Missed op shot down mid. We're really gearing up for a 24-round game of Counter-Strike, aren't we?
What are these opening moments?
Ah, Emad thinking he could go for it. Ema's been given a lot of space, I think, to jump on those kinds of kills, like we saw out from balcony, like we saw inside apartments 1 round prior. So to see him kind of step out from boiler, I think it is more of the same flavor that we've had throughout this T side. Unfortunately, this one was kind of unsupported and easy shot for Woxic.
He's done a good job, I feel like, inside of halls, finding timings and flanks. But at the moment, he's being stalked. There he is. Wicadia shows up again. Bomb dropped. That's a big moment for him.
They hear that stomping in the apartment, so
2 CTs here as well.
Yeah, Wicadia waits it out. Alexi set on fire, and he's going to have to run away. Nothing safe, Alexi. Hate to break it to you. Wicadia 2 kills deep into the round. Has actually surpassed Zantares as the highest rated player of the map, or at least most amount of kills. And Wicadia is certainly taking over, so much so that he feels like he could end this here and now on his terms. And they're just jumbling up into alt mid. Alexi, good response to at least bring him back. Still though, the mood has been set. You've got Joda up in the apartments. Oh, Ima's actually behind him. Woxic remains smoked off for the time being. But if they come back up mid, feels like Alexi B could be a sitting duck.
Jotes is painfully aware of somebody nearby, but nobody's been found, and this will end B in just a few seconds. This might be a great timing for Navi.
Yeah, I love the fake here. The fact that Woxic threw the incendiary on the balcony.
Oh, no.
Yeah. He was cautious about it, Emad, but still, Joda, you know, you let your guard down when it feels like CTs are worried about apartments. In reality, full control for Joda to play that situation. The element of surprise gives them the 4v3.
And bomb gets spotted looking back at mid.
We've seen nice entries for JL on Banana, but nobody looking to give him that. And not to mention Joda rotating ahead of time. So Eternal Fire have the right idea. The picture is, here comes the B commitment. The utility is going to confirm it. You've got this flashbang here for Madger, and Joda throws out a smoke grenade right ahead of the pack. Perfect timing to block him off. It's going to be an act of desperation for Navi. And as you'd anticipate, blind in the smoke, 2 of them get gunned down. 10 health here for JL. Eternal Fire, we're going back and forth for a little while, but this CT side stabilizes. JL can't do it. Too much of an ask with such a strong defense in position, well called and well performed across the board from the entirety of this team. That extra level of X factor in Zantares playing lights out tonight. You're telling me they got the reads?
It's all there, written in size 12 font on the paper.
Times New Roman underlined. Joda in the pit awaits his chance to strike one down. He's gonna pause for a second here. Gets his chance. Takes a second, but he connects. Badger gets a double kill. He goes back for a 3rd serving here on Catwalk. Bit of a slaughter. Down they go. Woxic for the last one. Eternal Fire take pistol, and they only lose 1. Launders is looking at me like he has already started to write the obituary.
This game's over, son.
Whoa!
Zantares rotated to A from a mid-smoke. They just knew what was going to happen. Remember, you could have expected Navi to pick Mirage.
Of course. The problem with a clip like that, with a 4K on the revolver, is that you get to do this for another 8 months.
He's going to shut your ass up right now.
All right, well, let's see it. Arthur Morgan. He's in the back of the pack. First ones go down.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, eat that, sucker. Who's the only guy who got to kill this round on Navi?
Only took 3 shots up an R8.
What's 3 shots when you have no recoil?
Okay, that's fair. It's just the fact that, you know, you can only shoot 3 shots over 7 seconds.
R8 rounds out of 3.
I love how JL's like, it's dawning on him like, wait, this gun might suck. Ooh, Bit though, could have capitalized on the moment, catching Woxic on the corner smoke. So jokes are over. R8's gone. We've got guns on the field, and Wicadia will waste no time looking to join up with Joda, who will turn at the right moment. Whew, Ema.
This round still goes to A. Be careful.
Able to hang on to that one. Madger leans back through the smoke.
Whoa.
Puts a couple nades down for the cross. Bit was spotted crossing over, but he exploded.
They let him go?
Nobody sees that?
No way they let him go.
In what world? JL luckily able to reclaim the kill back, so it's still just the 2 versus 3 for Eternal Fire. Not ideal, but they've got them lined up. It's Joda back with a second and a third. A minute here for Alexi to try to clutch out. He knows of the positioning of both of these players, and now he's got the better of the guns. Madger walking up in the open, headshot instantaneous.
Oh, that's not the Navi you want to see.
Joda lines them up, but how?
Fair enough. There's a smoke there. Solid play for Eternal Fire. They survived that. They can survive that. They can survive anything, honestly. Wow.
But we can meet you in Lisbon. Maybe even Austin. Bottle to the head of Joda. That's going to be an awkward one. He's sitting inside of the fire, burning down to a crisp, but he'll bring Ema with him. Second kill comes out from JL. First one by way of fire. Second off the Deeg.
There's another upgrade here for JL somewhere if he wants to grab it.
Problem is it's all the way in the back, I think. Maybe the plat player.
Oh, yeah.
So that ain't easy. JL instead going to keep himself allocated to the doorway. M4 tries to peel a player off mid. It's a pistol. He gets them to run through. Xanteres from the corner. Low health. Alexi B. P250 reload. And he's got Madger up close on the door. He's swinging, and he's going to get the better of it. In-game leaders on in-game leaders for the 4-0 Eternal Fire start.
Yeah, a little too easy right there in the end.
Give yourself the best chance. The shortest road to another grand finals. Woxic will best wonderful, and Alexi B scoops up the op as Wakadia gets into the corner. Dude, he's almost disrespectful with some of these timings. Woxic's op finds another victim. Wakadia. Oh, I was gonna say the word perfect, but I bit my tongue because it felt all too easy.
It's a good amount of damage.
Set up Joda wonderfully.
It's a good amount of damage, but, you know, these two players both have lots of utility to use. You can still blame your team if they lose. That's all that really matters.
Op the op here middle.
Okay.
Hang on now.
Hey, there's one of the problems. JL, he had
a bomb.
1 HP. Oh, timing's crazy here for Madger. He sees that no one's outside long.
Alexi B checked that A main flank twice, but then he's let his guard down as he walked up catwalk.
Yeah.
He stopped checking the possibility and just kind of banked on the fact that Madger hadn't pushed through, meaning he wouldn't. Now Joda, freed up from the B site, has... Whoa, my God!
Wait, they just
That's
flew
the B
into
player.
this. Yeah, it's 3v2. And now the two players who got dinked at the beginning of this round are still alive, and one has an op.
No smoke for the cross. They'll go for the flash instead, sending Emet over the doors. He gets tagged even lower. The op gets a third. JL has 4 kills in this round. Unbelievable scenes. Madger out from the doorway. Low players. He's still standing. Emet takes another bullet. Dropped to 13 health. JL ace. That's the stuff of legends. 4 kills on the op. And now Wakadia wishes he had killed him.
After getting dinked down to 1 HP. They turned this trade into a round win.
The falling no-scope.
Ah, man, they went searching for these players. The only way that they could have won. And with that, all the money from Eternal Fire.
Oh, but the aggression doesn't stop. JL at bat again is going to get pushed from the site. 5-7 denied, but Wakadia is going to get the better of him.
This becomes a 3v3 with upgrades. And looked like Wakadia was just going to walk through that, doesn't? Wisely. 2 players on long. Navi haven't found them. They have to be worried about the lower push. They know Wakadia is up here. And interestingly, Wonderful's just watching this. Surely Wakadia simply dies. He's
I'm surprised at no point he considers the flank. But I guess he's in
wow, what an
corner,
angle,
so
it's going to be cleared, right?
Oh, no way.
It doesn't get cleared.
My God! Wakadia
no scope.
has 2 backs turned to him and gets snapped on. Wonderful actually gets the kill coming in from that entrance.
That's a crazy spot to play.
I love it.
Wonderful thinks it's totally clean. I mean, obviously. This is still a losable spot. Wonderful maybe needs to hit this shot, and he does.
Will.
Crazy.
Another bailout situation here by an op from Navi. That is their golden gun. Round's not over. Wonderful comes back to check it. Joda up close, gets shot by Wonderful. 3 kills to the op of Navi. They convert it.
He's tilted.
Somebody get him out of the mud, because that...
And, well, the save's even worse than the last. Oh! But they've always got something to fight with.
Dude, you're just pissing him off.
Yeah, right?
I love how that is the embodiment of frustration.
Nice.
That
This
shot
guy,
right there.
Yeah. It's turning water into wine, man. Come on. Get mad, Wicadia.
Damn. Poor Alexi B takes a beating for it. It's the only deagle on the field.
If you're frustrated, then do it frustrated.
I would like to think that he wasn't even supposed to buy anything, but he deserves this Desert Eagle.
He didn't get spotted here.
You know, let him have it. Oof.
Oh.
Won't get around the corner. Emet, quick on the pounce. And of course, poor Joda stuck in a corner here with the USP. Not where you want to be. JL gets there, loses half his health for the efforts. Bit's gonna find that flank around from top middle. USP headshot from Xantares. And Emet gonna try to control the gun.
Again, they're just constantly a threat, but I mean, should be easy. Should be easy. JL dies to the MAC-10 flank.
These rounds keep getting
And
dangerously close.
Wonderful that's playing outside. They don't look like they're going to look at this.
So, Woxic goes down for free.
Oh,
Madger's
no.
cleared the sight. And now all of a sudden, Emet back from the window, but it's got to be the 10-second stick. Madger's going to come at him, and Emet's going to be the savior this time. He gets a quad. This round starts off easy.
For once, we get that opener. Xantares scores the M4 back.
Tries to go for the wider angle.
He doesn't believe any of this pressure. He just wants to get involved.
Thing is, it's, you know, the Galil firing. Would he consider that the op is crossed? Ooh, loses the duel straight up to Bit.
Man, he's played that crazy. Can't lie.
Yep. A little wild, Xantares. You know, we'll say it's with confidence.
So much confidence. Speaking of confidence,
Here comes Woxic on an op. Very expensive round for Eternal Fire to go into the double snipers. Wonderful still on the corner, and he will not allow Woxic to catch them off as they just exchange grenades and set themselves up for the long play.
man, I don't think Eternal Fire gave enough credence to how close these last rounds have been.
Right.
And are trying to play this as if they just want X Factor to pull it over, but they really do want close rounds, even if they lose. Keep that money teetering.
Would have to be the 2v5, but at least you've killed Wonderful. They've left Bit solo over on long. Oh. And down goes Alexi. Bomb dropped into the door.
Yeah. Oh, into the door.
JL's going to have to somehow jump on this. Wicadia's going to play up close. He hears it. Missed shot. Cover from behind. Still, JL picks up the bomb. But now he is stuck on this side of it. Bit is slowly getting into the action. I don't think he's going to find the angle on Joda.
The time is limited now.
15 seconds to make the climb up. That is a big pickup. And the op goes back to try to hold on long. Bit in the open.
He missed.
Two ops see one another.
Time.
Bomb can go running.
No, he's got to go back.
He doesn't have it. They need the kill. They simply need the frag. 2 versus 5.
Oh.
Wicadia gets revenge.
Yes, he does, man. He does. Depending on who's more successful in this spot, we see that there's a deagle for Alexi. Buys overall better for Navi, I want to say.
Yeah, but you
Even
got
though there's
the
the op.
angle. Missed shot. Crouch at the perfect time.
Yeah, but you miss a chance like that. Bomb's going to get planted.
Yep. No mid control either. They don't push through the
Retake
doors.
with MP9s and an op.
They're going to try to climb up from spawn instead. It's already being held by Emet. He's always good for one from this, but never mind. Wicadia, the second of the MP9s to emerge from spawn, bests him. JL trying to make up for lost ground. You've got 3 CT still coming up. Woxic finds his. Vomit shot just over the lip of it. And Alexi B's now in a 1v4 surrounded. Back on the bomb site. Plenty of eyes. Plenty of pressure. MP9's enough. Eternal Fire making Navi feel like fools.
You couldn't even see their hats in CT spawn. They were getting those kills over the railing with MP9s, FAMAS, and an op that misses its first shot.
You know, it's been slowly pieced together over the years. Xantares playing since 2021. Madger added in 2022. In 2023, we got Wicadia and Woxic, and that duo really added a level. Madger looking better than he did back on map 1. Joda stuffing JL on the B hit.
This is a paddle-in.
Gun round means absolutely nothing here. Eternal Fire are not wasting this opportunity. After they had to stomach those 2 tough rounds, they have bounced back in spades.
Well, that had Xanteris, I'd say.
Yeah. Madger welcome back in November of 2022.
Oh, he waited. He waited and he shot.
Just gross. Navi,
dude,
battered, beaten, bruised.
I mean, it's Navi. We could switch to the other half, and then suddenly it's a comeback.
Yeah,
but like, look at this, dude. After Inferno as well.
I don't know. With the, I mean, coming off of that 10-2 whooping of a T side versus the Mongols, I'm not even seeing a glimpse of that version of Navi. And in a conversation of inconsistencies, I don't see it today, Mohan. Not in the face of what Eternal Fire have brought to the table. Absolutely stepping it up a notch. Acadia, why would you fear what's left here of Navi? 3 rounds, all they will seem to be getting as Woxic just continues to draw the line in the sand down mid. There is no chance to exit. Drop on Alexi, Tech-9 to finish. 5 in a row for Eternal Fire as they go up 9-3, leaving Navi in disbelief. Oh, keep that thing on, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it wrapped.
Stay wrapped, stay strapped.
JL, not able to find anything yet. Luckily, it gets covered off by Bit. Double kills his. He charges in, so what, to open it for the Berettas? Emaz gonna just try to charge forward with a multi-frag, can't manage it. Now Xanteris gets man advantage back. A pistol here would be the doom of Navi.
Oh!
Wonderful clutches. Jumps in as the hero of the moment to hopefully, for Navi's sake, disgusting.
Okay, he made a lot of noise here. Imma is corroborating this information. He's very close by. He's got a good spot.
There's the Deagle found out. Glock Dink won't do much. Ema ready to go right back in to finish this one off. So you've lost your 1 Desert Eagle. Doesn't look like a bomb plant's coming. Ema looking like he wants to get rowdy. Could be the second ace of the map if Madger and Woxic deliver it to him.
They're excellent momentum stoppers, this Navi.
Woxic looking at the A site where Wonderful's going to catch him walking forward. No helmet to protect that noggin. Woxic limited to a scout.
Limited, he says.
Yeah, limited. It's Wonderful. Meanwhile, working with the op, misses. And as he does so, now the rest of the CT flood still keeps the pressure up.
Yo!
Lovely snap over from Ime.
That couldn't have been possible before the nerf.
It's actually kills from Catwalk. It looked like the FAMAS got both, but it got neither.
Oh. Oh, it got neither.
I also got excited.
Wait, it was Imma, no?
No.
He has 2 kills.
We were watching. We'll see.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the rest of the round goes Eternal Fire. So I thought that was crazy to sign up for a second wave of attack in middle. 2 kills did indeed come out, but they were confusing. Let's watch that back. At the moment, Navi can't get either of their hands on it. Eternal Fire, simply better. And all by way of that 2 versus 5. I mean, there has been no chance for Navi to find footing ever since, barring the pistol. The pistol is what reset that momentum. They convert it for 1, and then Eternal Fire instantly crank that dial on the T side while blind. Madger finds Alexi B just looking for a kill.
Yeah, and Johto's playing anti. They really just tried to risk it there.
Bit is having a horrible series.
Yeah.
We talked about his career low rating back on Inferno earlier this week. He goes 5-16 in today's map. Said they wanted to see him step it up a level.
He's kind of like Brokey right now, right? Like so critical when he plays well, but hard to know exactly how good he's going to be on any given day. Oh man, just another one.
Everybody getting deleted.
Yeah, I mean, it's just perfect, dude. They're everywhere they need to be. Oh my goodness. That's insane. just watching that happen was unreal.
It's also just kind of sad.
It was sad too.
That one was sad. That one sucks. Yeah. I don't know if Blade's allowed to throw in a towel, but it feels like it's about that moment. We're going to be looking at 7 map and match points. Not trying to take anything away from Eternal Fire. They're playing so incredibly well, but their opponent not stepping up to the task. EF rolled out of bed today and decided to take no prisoners. What can they do once they get there? Because Eternal Fire will be awaiting their opponent in the semifinals. And right now, they could end it with the cat play. MP9 in front of it simply feels like they can do no wrong because this pack of players in Eternal Fire have continued to just exceed expectations and doing it consistently, side by side, across the board, individual levels at an all-time high. And we heard it from Xanterez in his pre-game interview. He has never been hungrier. And so he will shut down Bit from the top of middle, and Eternal Fire will guarantee their best result at an event this year yet. Top 4 in Lisbon. Not just beating Navi, systematically dismantled.